everybody, and welcome to the Psychic Sisters. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co host, and partner in all things psychic, Christy Brower. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's okay. I'm here.
You were
I've
so
been
sick
down with
yesterday.
a 2-day migraine that
Yes.
I initially thought was the stomach flu and then just turned into a massive migraine. And
Oh.
I'm kind of still like in it, like toward the end of it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely much more functional now than I was yesterday or this morning. So I'm all right. I'm on
Yeah.
the upswing, as my dad would say.
Well, good. Glad to hear that at least. It sucks.
Ugh, I have this weird perfect storm of things where my Botox is about to wear off,
Mm-hmm.
my preventative shot is about to wear off, and then I had a medication change that took me off the third preventative that I was on. And it all
Oh.
sort of hit at the same time. And I think that's why this happened. I haven't had a
Mm.
migraine like this in a few years. So
Yeah. Well,
I think
boo.
that's probably why. Yeah, gross. Ugh.
Well, interestingly, the Schumann resonance has finally started to drop today. It
Gosh,
was
it's been
150
insane.
yesterday. It was 42 last time I looked at it today. So it's finally returning to somewhat normal.
That's
And
good. We can't stay up that high that long. Just cannot.
I don't want to see us that high over the 4th because I'm terrified to think about what's going to happen. If there was ever a year
Yeah.
not to go to big group gatherings, this would be it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
People are beyond bananas right now.
Mhm.
Want to say hi to everybody in the chat. I see you all filing in here. Welcome. We're going to have a really fun show, actually. And I apologize that we missed last week. Uh,
Yeah.
it was my fault. Mars was sick. Mars has been sick. We've all had the crud. I called it the consumption. It wasn't COVID, but it acted like COVID. Body aches, very tired, coughing. I'm on my third week of coughing.
Ugh.
And Mars had it last week, and Scott was umping in a town a few hours away. So she was on her own to go and ump some games last Thursday night. And she was so sick. And she did not have a co-ump. She was going to be doing it by herself. And she was like distraught in tears. And I'm like, I will just go with you. So, I'm no great help because I sure can't help ump. But I mean, I could rules wise, I could ump. But, running around the field, no. So I just sat in the stands and gave her water whenever she needed it. But and visited with parents and occasionally understood, explained a rule that they didn't understand. But,
Yeah.
just moral support. But she needed her mom. But
Sure.
she also took your place last night on the new
Yeah.
Postmate show. It was fun. She was I wish we would have set her up a little bit better. Her phone tried to die. She had to run get her charger.
Oh
She was
no.
sitting. I was just she was kind of uncomfortable, like not being on the show, but like her phone kept trying to tip over, and you
Oh
know
shoot.
she was buggy. One person even commented, "Mars, hold still." She was buggy, but she did a great job, and it was fun. So,
Yeah.
and I just appreciated her being willing to step in. Not that I couldn't do that show by myself. I can, but it's always funner to have
Sure.
somebody have a partner.
Like, oh, we're a Dutch Bros now for filling in for me.
Yeah. Well, I'll let her know. She's still sick and coughing, and she's down umping tonight, and then has 2 full days at a tournament the next 2 days. So
Oh gosh.
the poor kid. There's part of me that's like, oh, it's not right. Last week she was also umping at a weekend tournament that I was administrating, and I felt like such an asshole. I got her up Friday morning. She was so sick, and I'm like, take this Sudafed and Tylenol and get in the car. I was like, I'm the worst. But the truth is, there was nobody to replace her. We are
Right.
so short on umpires that, like, if she was not able to go, I didn't know what I was going to do.
Sure.
And she actually did fine. And then Saturday, it was the same deal. And I was like, I'm an ass. But then I thought, you know what, though? It's okay to learn how to do hard things. You know,
Yeah, we all have to do it sometimes.
we all have to do it sometimes. And you and I both know we've had to suffer through things where we didn't feel good enough to do it lots of times. And not that I want that for her in any way, but
Yeah.
life is sometimes about doing hard things. So,
It
you
is.
know,
That is true.
yeah. But it's very good to see you guys all here in the chat room. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm drinking a Moscow Mule. That's
Oh, no alcohol for me. Not till this head gets better. No.
so we had our first watch party last night.
Mm-hmm.
We watched what was it called? Killer's Alley. It was fun, Cranky, wasn't it? I was kind of nervous, not really sure how it was gonna go, but we actually had a blast.
Good. I
Great.
can't wait for the next one.
And I'm hooked. Now I have to go watch the other 2 episodes of that. Wowza.
Now I need to. Now I got to go watch it.
It was kind of
Maybe I'll
pornographic.
watch it while watching the replay so that I can see the commentary.
You can't.
Oh,
That's
I
one
can't?
thing. Well, it's a
Oh,
weird thing. I think it's a setting,
mm.
but we don't have you can't go back and see the comments in our lives.
I think it is a setting. I'm
So we
quite
may
sure
have
that you
to
can turn on replay chat or something like that.
we need to figure that
Ooh.
out so that when people go back, yeah, like that wanna come back and, like, be a part of it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, thanks, JR. She had a lot of fun. It was great. Yeah.
good.
Cranky only gets Netflix. I think we'll stick with Netflix for a while. I thought that might just be more fair to just stick with Netflix for a while before we change it up so that everybody can just yeah, trust to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that because there's so many, and because we watch so much of the stuff, I don't know about you, but I have a
Mhm.
ridiculous number of channels that are streaming services
Yeah.
because stuff comes out on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Victoria says it's only the membership specific ones where I couldn't see the chat on replay.
Oh, we'll
Really?
have to go investigate
I'll go
that.
look at that. Yeah,
Hopefully we
I'm
can
not
change
sure.
that. Hi, what do you need? Oh my goodness, this boy today.
Uh-oh, we get to see a puppy, don't we?
Mhm. Yeah, he
Oh,
oh
Luca.
no, Bookers, you can't do that to my microphone. He did this with Mars last night too. Wanted nothing but held for 2 days.
Oh,
Well, Scott hurt his feelings today.
uh-oh.
It was really innocent, but we're doing a special order of tablecloths for a vendor
Mm-hmm.
for shows that she does. And he was trying to get the last tablecloth knocked out today because I need to deliver him tomorrow. And he had it, like trying to fold it into the right way so that he could measure it and, yada, yada. And Luca ran over and tried to grab the end of it and play.
Oh
And he told
no.
him, hey, no, no. That was it, man. He flew into Mars's arms, absolutely destroyed. His
Oh,
feelings were so hurt. Yeah,
poor Luca. Here, show us his
here,
face. We
showing
haven't
your
been able
pretty
to.
little face.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Luca. He's such a sweet boy.
he is so handsome and so nice. Right? That mean old Scott. Why can't you just let him do it?
Right.
I don't think the Richard Allen docs got released. No.
I have not seen him yet. I have sort of been watching, but I've been down a couple days. So,
I've been more focused today on the submarine that wasn't.
oh gosh.
That's exactly what I figured, but it's very sad that that happened.
Yeah.
You want down now?
Well, I
All right.
think it's good to know that they weren't actually in there
Yeah.
for all those hours and days that they thought maybe they were. That actually that happened very quickly.
Mhm.
It's just
For
sad
sure.
and stupid. It's just yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jane, you should get a puppy. It would be so good for you. What a great companion.
They're the best. I have had 2 dogs and 4 cats absolutely piled on me for 2 days because
Mhm.
they knew I didn't feel good, so they've been doing their job.
That's right.
Mhm.
Well, we wanted to I have one tiny announcement. Most of you
Oh,
guys already know this, but my birthday is on Saturday.
yeah.
So, Tuesday was my birthday giveaway show, and I have broken my very own record.
Have
I've
you?
already mailed out all my birthday giveaway stuff.
Oh my gosh, I am
It
so
took me
impressed.
3 weeks after the Christmas giveaway just because of, winter busyness and depression and shit. But this time I'm like, I am not going to let myself get away with this. I've already been to the post office. It is all in the mail. That's a miracle,
That is,
an
I'm impressed.
actual
It would take
miracle.
me forever. I'm
Yeah.
terrible about the post office.
Jane, they did not make it clear to the Titanic. At least they don't think
No,
so. They
they think
actually
that when they
imploded.
lost communication, yeah,
That's when they imploded.
is when it
Yep.
imploded. So they haven't been just dying by inches for days in there. Thank God. It's
Mhm.
awful.
Yeah. Right, Liliana? I did make you wait forever. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm getting this stuff out immediately. I did. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. But yeah.
Mhm.
And sadly, the 19-year-old did not want to go.
Oh,
He did not want to go on that trip. He felt really uncomfortable about it. He did not want to get into the ocean like that. And his dad really wanted to go on this adventure with him and talked him into it.
it's really sad. It's just
Hmm. Yep.
human hubris sometimes kind of amazes me.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
certainly didn't deserve to die like that. Awful.
No, my God. And there's so many jokes all over the internet about it. And I understand where people are, I guess, except for that it's really not funny. It's terrible. It's really sad.
Yeah.
There's kind of like this, well, because they were like ultra rich and they paid $1 billion to do this dumbass thing, that they're just fair game. But are their
No, they're not.
families? Do they
They're
deserve
still
that?
human beings who were killed in a
Yeah.
terrible way.
Oh my
I
God.
hope, I really hope that this is a wake up call, though, for some really risky things that have been happening lately that
Hmm.
people can spend a gajillion dollars on and do that is
Hmm.
really, really unsafe.
Hmm.
And you know what that money could have done to help this world?
Yeah.
A lot of things better than what it did.
Well, and the billionaire, the English billionaire that's like the adventurer guy, I can't think of his name. His wife's great great grandparents were on the Titanic. They died on the Titanic.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that wild?
A weird
The
sort of
Titanic has taken a lot from this
aided
lady.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's wow.
yeah, wild. Yep. Yeah, one guy did back out due to safety reasons. Yep, that's true. Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Well, yesterday was the summer solstice. So
it
we thought this
was.
was a good time to talk about the summer solstice somewhat, and then we're going to teach you a summer solstice spread. So this is your warning that we're going to work with cards tonight, and if you want to play along, go grab yourself a deck.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have one. If you don't, ask for some recommendations. We have some.
Hmm.
We'll give you some ideas of decks that we think are very useful and helpful and easy to use. But I thought this would be a great night for that. So, what we're going to do is we'll teach you how to use the spread, and then we'll do a few readings for you out of the chat room with the spread. We definitely won't be able to read for all of you, but we'll do a few to give you a good
Hmm.
sense of how to do it so you can do one for yourself. So, that's what we're thinking about. But before we do that, there's always one very important question that we ask on this show. What did you have for dinner?
Rhonda made me a grilled cheese sandwich while I was taking a shower. I went,
Oh,
I look terrible. I've got to take a shower and get dressed because I've just been in my pajamas for 2 days.
yeah.
And so she made me a grilled cheese sandwich while I was in the shower.
Oh, so nice. We haven't eaten yet. I bought some really nice rolls though, some Parker House rolls at
Mm.
a grocery store here called Brolum's. Brolum's is a funny store. It's a very nice grocery store. And I don't usually shop there because they're a little more expensive, but also they're near the college here. And so they are just it's not a fun place to want to shop.
Well,
It's
and if
just
there can be
usually a
such a thing,
nightmare.
it's a Mormon grocery store.
It is. It very much is.
Mormon owned. It's
Mhm.
closed on Sunday,
Mhm.
which is really weird.
Mhm. Though they do
Anyway,
sell wine and beer and coffee.
they do, and we shop there occasionally too. But I've always found
Mhm.
it strange that like they don't
Mhm.
do everything that typical grocery stores would do.
No, they don't. They don't. But whenever I go in there, we have certain favorites, you know? So they have the best chicken strips in the world. So we bought chicken strips for lunch. And they have in their bakery, they have the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies with the that are like a sandwich cookie with the cream cheese frosting in the middle. My God.
Oh my god,
So of course we had to buy those. And they make their own ranch that they sell in their deli area that is amazing. So we had to buy that.
they
Anyway,
make their own fruit dip.
they
We
do, and
just
it's
bought the
really good.
huckleberry fruit dip.
Mhm.
Oh, it was so good. I go there for produce
Mhm.
because they literally have the best quality produce anywhere in this whole
They
area.
do, and it's not very I was blown away by how good their prices were today. I was
Yeah, their
shocked.
prices aren't bad, and just quality wise, they're better,
Mhm.
better
Mhm.
than anybody. So that's where I buy my produce.
They are
I
for
love to go
sure.
there for fruit and vegetables and stuff. Yeah, because they make all their own, all their dips and things are homemade, and oh my gosh,
Mhm.
it's good stuff.
Oh, their rolls, my god. So I bought a bag of
Mhm.
rolls. So once we get off the show, because Scott and Mars won't get home until close to 11, and they will get home starving to death. So I'm gonna use those rolls and do something.
There you
I
go.
don't know what. Thought I might just cook up some chicken breasts and do like not chicken salad. Mars won't eat that. Go figure. But I thought I could make some kind of like a chicken cream cheese something something kind of filling, to go in rolls.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Sure.
blah blah blah. That's my plan. But or maybe
Sounds
even
good.
a buffalo chicken type filling. Anyway,
Mm,
so
sounds good.
that's my plan. But I haven't gone there yet. That's what I'm thinking about. But I didn't close my office door, and these puppies are just galloping in and out of here. So
Oh,
hopefully they're not going to be too loud. They're not used to getting to come in here during showtime.
yeah,
Bruno,
minor band.
Bruno, come
I have
here.
to
Oh,
close the door.
I wish Bruno wasn't so weird so I could show you guys him. But
He's very cute.
he's very cute, but he is not he doesn't just come to you. Like you have to go he goes in his crate and waits for you to come pick him up. He's one of those dogs that like is very nervous about being picked up.
Hmm.
Anyway, Mars is umpiring actually. Yeah, umping. She wanted to coach this summer, but just really didn't get anything going. She had a team that has asked her to come and help do their practices, but they haven't really had any practices. But
Mm,
yeah, so she's just umping. Yeah, she's only home for a little more than a month.
yeah,
Hope, hopefully, we get her new puppy soon so she can actually enjoy her for a hot minute before she leaves. But
I hope so.
either way, I'm going to enjoy her.
Yeah, we're all gonna enjoy her. She's so cute.
Yeah. So I wanted to share with you an article that I wrote earlier this week in Luminous about the summer solstice. So we'll just talk a little bit
We
about the
did forget
solstice.
to talk about what everyone else had for dinner.
Oh, we did. Okay, hold on. Jane's about to cook salmon, but now she wants a grilled cheese.
Right. It was good.
A salmon grilled cheese. How would that turn out?
Ugh.
Might not
I'm
be
not a
terrible.
salmon girl though, so
Cranky had baked chicken and salad from her garden. Look at you go. Bianca had pork chops and salad. Jazzy Bean had air fried chicken, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. Nice. Lillian had avocado toast with tomato and onion.
oh
Damn.
nice. I love
Uh,
avocado toast.
Me too. Renee had hamburger. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. A hamburger and potato chips. Oh, Victoria had a hamburger and fries. Look at this.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's hamburger night. Look at that.
Oh, Lillian said also a bunch of other crap I shouldn't have had.
I mean, we're all there, right? We're all there.
Sherry had a beef jerky stick and cheese stick and a bag of Doritos. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jane said that would require 2 clean pans. Not happening.
Ah,
True.
true. Hey,
Don't you have
Kathy.
an
Good to
air
see
fryer?
you.
Yeah.
Cooking it real.
Oh,
That's Kathy.
Kathy, what did you have for dinner?
Yeah, it'll be something fabulous. We all
You
know.
guys are always like, we should write a recipe book. No, you have to meet our friend Kathy because my God, the woman can cook.
Yeah.
And she's a fellow Cancer, so I just love her so much. Yeah.
Those cancers, they think they're really special.
We team up. Yes, we
Maybe
do.
because it's this cancer's no,
I know.
this cancer's birthday. Oh, everything's reversed on StreamYard. I get everything backwards.
All messed up. So
Yeah.
Mike is coming home for my birthday, and we are going to a family reunion. And it is supposed to be a high of 59 in the mountains over the weekend. We are going to
Sweet.
freeze to death. Yeah.
I would take that over what it usually is, which is about 100 any day of the week.
Yeah.
It's usually really hot for that reunion.
I'm hoping it'll be too cold up there for mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Oh, Jazzy Bean said, I love the air fryer. I actually have 2 and cook everything simultaneously. Brilliant. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need a better.
I like those too.
I need a better air fryer. Mine is like when they first sold. I paid for it. Air fryers.
I mean, I'm glad you didn't steal it.
That would be a hard one to get under your shirt, is what I'm thinking. But anyway, so I'm with you. I want to buy one of the ones that have the racks, like the is it the?
Hmm.
I think there's a few of them that do, but anyway, I digress. Anyhow,
Hmm.
okay, so let's talk about the solstice just a little bit, since it is a pretty wonderful time of the year. Okay, so of course the solstice was yesterday or the night before if you were in the UK, and there's a website called uh, the English. Uh, oh, good lord, hold on. Have to go to the article. Oh, the English Heritage Foundation, where they actually live stream the summer solstice and the winter solstice, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
So we watched that, but you can go back there. Just go to YouTube to the English Heritage Foundation and you can watch it, which is pretty cool to watch
it
the
is really cool.
sunset.
I've seen it before.
Yeah. But I had a few ideas about how to celebrate the solstice. One would be to take a nature walk and soak up a few rays of that sun. Another, hang a sun catcher or prism in the window to draw the sun into your home. Remember, we are talking about the sun with the summer
Right,
solstice,
literally.
quite literally. So do things to enjoy that, to draw in the sun. You can gather wildflowers for a crown or a bouquet, or to press in books or dry otherwise to have for craft projects or to make your own potpourri or whatever you want to do. You can plant something, whatever. Put together a summer solstice altar with items that you've gathered outside, like sand, rocks, sticks, flowers, bones, antlers, shells, feathers, etc. And just make your own little altar. Host or attend a bonfire or drum circle. I would imagine that there's still a lot of that going on through the weekend.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the other one is to make sun tea.
Oh, yeah. We've been doing that.
Yeah. Our mom always did this, and I
Hmm.
loved it. So you take a clean glass jar. A pickle jar works really good. So does you can buy jars specifically for this.
Yeah, the sun
And
teacher.
per gallon of water, you put about 8 tea bags to your taste in, and you can pick whatever you like to do. I like to use mint teas. But somebody the other day said they used half mint and half peach tea bags.
Ooh, that would be
And I thought
good.
that sounded pretty amazing. Anyway, leave it outside on the steps or your patio or your deck or wherever that the sun can really get to it and leave it there for a whole day. Just let it steep out there in the sun. Bring it in, put it in the fridge, let it cool down, and then sweeten it however you choose to or not if you don't want to sweeten it. And you have sun tea.
Hmm.
It's the best summer tea in the world.
It is. It's my favorite. We just make green tea and then we put different flavors and stuff in it, and it's so good.
Nice. Love it. Well, you got to keep it in the fridge, obviously, but you'll be surprised how fast you go through that.
Hmm. It goes through it pretty quickly.
Mars and I make gallons of uh, coffee, iced coffee to keep in the fridge in the summer, and I'm
Hmm.
always amazed at how quick we are refilling that.
Yeah, yeah. We make Rhonda makes cold brew.
Yeah,
And yeah, same thing.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Tiffany's making dinner. She said veggie pasta and veggie quinoa salad with a piece of gluten-free garlic toast. Nice. Look
Hmm.
at someone applying themselves. I love it.
I'm impressed.
Awesome. So those are a few thoughts to celebrate the solstice. Or however you choose to celebrate, but it is a good time to do some things that mark the sun and celebrate the sun. So I want to show you a spread that I put together for this solstice. I also posted this over on Facebook in the live stream so that you can go there and take it and download it if you want to. Because you might want to just download it so that you have it to hold on to. But here's the idea. You're going to pull 4 cards. So we'll take you through the process of clearing your cards, shuffling your cards, asking the questions, and creating your spread. So don't worry. But I'm going to tell you about it now, and then we'll go through it. So the first position card is how can I focus my time on my goals? What needs more of my light? What should I shed this year? And what magic should I be making? This is a really magical time of year. You should be making some kind of magic. So that's what the spreads, that's the positions, that's what it's going to look like. So, will you talk to us a little bit about clearing, blessing, pulling cards?
Sure. So take all of the um, sort of mythology you've heard about cards and throw it out the window because none of it's true. Don't worry. Doesn't matter if you buy your cards or someone gives them to you. You can use used cards. That's fine too. Wherever you get your cards is fine. You can use whatever cards you want to use. Like there's a lot of weird rules out there that I don't know why they get propagated, but don't worry about any of them. Just do use cards that you are drawn to. So we're using specifically Oracle cards in this layout. So Oracle are just anything that aren't tarot. So tarot is a specific structure, a specific number of cards, and they basically all have each suit and each card in each suit all have the same meaning, regardless of what style of cards you get. Oracle cards are wide open from that. So like this is, and I know it has tarot in the name, but these aren't tarot cards. This is called the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. And these are my favorite, just general go-to deck. This is a great beginner deck because it's really general and easy to use. And I know it says tarot. It's because he made his own suits, but you don't have to use it like that. The other thing to remember is
Mine's
you
in
can,
front of me too. We are
yeah,
both obsessed
we're
with this deck.
we're big fans. We love this deck. The thing is that even the book that comes with the deck can teach you how to use the cards, and you can use them that way if you want to, but you actually don't have to. You can use your cards however you want. So, like what Katie's teaching tonight is a spread that isn't in the Psychic Tarot book. Does that mean that you can't use it on these cards? No. You can use any spread on any deck. So it's just important to know that you don't have to follow a bunch of weird rules. They just really don't exist. But when it comes to like clearing your cards, saging your cards is the easiest way to clear them. You want to clear them regularly because they pick up energy from you and the readings that you're doing with them. The other way we clear the cards every single time we do a reading is you just knock on the cards. And that is it's symbolic of knocking all of the energy that's in the cards off.
Mm-hmm.
So you're starting with a clean deck. You can also store your cards with a clear quartz point. Lots of people do that. Store your cards in a place they're not going to get chewed up by your dog or your cat or your kid. Store them in a place to protect them because, I this has not happened to me, but it's happened to Katie a time or 27 that her dogs or kids have destroyed a deck or several. Yes,
Pigs.
knock 3 times. Right. Whatever feels right to you, Crystal Rose. Exactly. Yeah. Do your own thing that you want to do. Sometimes if you get a used deck, you can sit your deck next to a white candle or a black candle and burn it all the way down and let that candle burn away whatever energy was in the cards so that you start fresh with them. You always want to ask your question while you shuffle the cards. So you can say it out loud or you can think it in your head. It doesn't really matter. But, like if we're going to ask our question, we're doing this reading on the summer solstice. So we're just going to ask, what do I need to know about the summer solstice? And then we'll draw those cards from Katie's spread. So then you just shuffle. I shuffle 3 times. You can do you. Shuffle however you want. If you're real fancy, our mom grew up in Las Vegas. She knew how to do all kinds of cool shuffling things that I can't do.
She did.
I guess it was growing up in Las Vegas that taught her that. I don't know.
I was going to say, I never equated that with her growing up in Vegas, but you're probably not wrong.
She could do all kinds of bridge them and do all kinds of cool stuff. I can't. My hands are too little. I'll give you a secret too. If you get new cards and they're really, really stiff, give them to the person in your house with the biggest hands. That's my son. And have them shuffle them like 50 times in a row. And suddenly they're nice and loose and easy to shuffle.
Yeah, break them down.
Every time I get a new deck, I just hand them to him and he knows. He doesn't even, I don't even have to say it. He just takes the deck and starts shuffling. So once you've asked your question, while you do your shuffling, there are a lot of different ways to draw your cards. Katie, you are a fanner. You fan your cards out. She fans her cards out, and that's hard to show you this way, and then runs her hands over them and draws the one that feels right. For me, I just let the deck split wherever it's going to split. Like, see it split right there. That's my first card. And then I'm just going to let it split again. There's my second. If we're doing this winter solstice or summer solstice reading, there's my third. It just kind of, you just sort of let it fall, and it will. Oh, there we go. And it will fall naturally on its own. And that's how
Mhm.
you. That's one way to draw. Other people just draw whatever starts on top.
Mhm.
When you've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, top card is the first card, second, third, and fourth. There's no wrong way.
Mhm.
The important thing to remember is that cards are just pieces of paper. That the energy that comes from them comes from you and your intuition and your
Mhm.
intention around using them. They're not magical. You are. The cards are just a tool to tease out your own intuition.
Awesome.
Should we
Thank you.
should we interpret this reading that I just pulled for myself?
Yeah.
Okay, so I pulled. Oh, interesting. Okay, will you put the spread back up?
Yep.
Oh wait, well, yeah, that's okay. Okay, so how can I focus? So the first card is how can I focus my time on my goals? And I drew the mental conflict card, which you can't see because we have the thing up. But anyway, I'm showing it to you. You can't see it. Anyway, so how can I focus my time on my goals? I got to resolve my mental conflict. This is really interesting because, guys, I have developed a pretty raging case of adult ADD, and it is something that I am frequently trying to work on. That is my mental conflict. It is keeping me from meeting some of my goals. So this is very accurate that that's where I've got to focus. Um, what needs more of my light? So what I drew was the emotional withdrawal card. So what needs more of my light is my own emotions. I need to focus more on myself and my feelings and how I'm feeling about stuff. Um, the third is what should I shed this year? But the card is triumph, which I think means I don't have to shed anything this year. I don't really need to let anything go this year. I've done a lot of that already. And then the outcome, what magic should I be making? The outcome, the final card, the fourth card, is the triumphant success card. So, what
Oh,
magic should I be making? More success. Why? How do I do that? By resolving my mental conflict and working more on my emotions. Ba boom. That's my winter solstice reading.
summer. But yes.
Summer solstice. I keep saying winter. I don't know. Good Lord. It's the migraine meds. It's the migraine meds. They make me very stupid. Anyway, so that's how you do one of these readings.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. And I
Hmm.
love the way that came together. It's funny how that works.
It is.
Very cool.
You just always get the cards you're supposed to get. I mean, it doesn't matter how you draw them; they're the right ones.
Mhm. Ah, Lillian. So Lillian earlier had said, "Why am I thinking of Mama Cass?" when I showed her the spread. Then she said she just got it. It's you got to make your own kind of music. And I had said you got to
Oh,
make, what magic do you need to make? I wondered if it was because of this gorgeous stag and its hair, because
yeah.
that's kind of Mama Cass hair.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Mama Cass a lot.
Mm-hmm. Me
I
too.
love her music, and her as a human. And I saw a little docu-series, a documentary about her recently. It was on TikTok. It wasn't super long, but um, talking about how that part of that "Mamas and the Papas" song that's, "And nobody's getting fat except Mama Cass."
Mm-hmm.
How much that hurt her feelings and how uncomfortable
Oh,
she was
really?
with it. And when she tried to speak up about the fact that she didn't really think that was fair to have that line in the song, that they just kind of ignored her and blew it off and made a big joke out of it.
Really? I did not know that. I kind of
Mhm.
assumed it was because she was pregnant, but no.
I don't know. I
Mm.
didn't think so, but maybe, I don't know. I mean, she was heavy. But anyway,
She
I thought that
was,
was
yeah, but I
really
always thought that line
interesting.
meant she's pregnant, but maybe it wasn't.
I don't know. Just, well, she didn't like it and told them she didn't
Yeah,
like it, and they were kinda like, "It stays." Yeah,
that sucks.
yeah. Isn't that gross? Yeah.
That is.
Anyway, I've always thought about that. Yeah, she was in love with Denny. She had kind of a sad life, actually. Such a talented woman. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Amazing
Anyway,
voice.
that's all, Liliana. You just made me think about that because I just watched that a couple of weeks ago and I've been thinking about
Oh
her ever
wow.
since. Yeah.
I love the Mamas and the Papas, and I love Mama Cass.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, there's another line in the song that nobody's getting fat, or everybody's getting fat except Mama Cass.
Hmm.
And they probably added that to placate her after they upset her, but still.
Yeah, it's
Why
rude.
did that need to be there?
Right. If it was hurtful to her, why would you do that? That's
Yeah.
strange.
Anyway, so boo on that. But that was a side note.
Hmm.
So let's do it together. Let's practice. So if you've got your cards out, you're going to shuffle them 3 times. I'm going to assume you've already blessed them and cleared them and done that work. So, and I am working with the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. This is a gift
Hmm.
from a listener that I've been playing with. So, yes. So, we're going to shuffle them 3 times. And the question you're holding is just what do you need to know about the summer solstice? So, I'll do a collective reading for the group, and you guys do a reading for yourself. All right. So, go ahead and pull your cards. So of course we have first position and just lay them out in front of you exactly the way you see them in the grid. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not super fancy. Um, leave them face down. All right.
And you're fanning, right?
Yeah,
It's hard to do on screen.
it is. You can't really. Yeah, it'd be cool if you had a clip or something. You know, I gotta
That
see if
would
Scott
hold
could
them.
like. Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if Scott could like 3D print a clip? You could clip him like a kind of like a I don't know, a chip clip kind of, but that maybe like had a
Hmm.
bigger like support in the
Maybe
back or
wider.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could clip your cards, then you could show them and have more control over them. I don't
Hmm.
know.
I mean, Scott can make anything, so he could probably make that.
It's true. Unfortunately, the poor boy has been so busy lately, he hasn't been able to barely breathe. But softball season comes and goes, like the umping season comes and goes pretty quick. So you
Yeah.
gotta just take what you can get. Okay. Alrighty. So once you've got them all pulled, just leave them face down. I like to leave mine face down until I pull each position because for me, I get really sidetracked. I'm too ADD to like turn them all over at the same time. It's going to really screw me up. So I'll leave them all down as I go. All right. So here's our spread. All right. So the number one is how can I focus on my time? How can I wow, I wrote this. How can I focus my time on my goals? So the card is thinker. And I think for all of us right now, it really is on thinking about your goals, doing some manifesting, doing some planning, doing some actual research. It's easy to set a goal and then just kind of let it hang out in the ethers. I think it takes a lot more courage to take some steps forward. I mean, if your goal is going to require you to go to school, when are you enrolling in school? And what do you need to do to get yourself there? If your goal is going to take you into some travel, do you have a passport? Do you have some money saved up? And if you don't, what do you need to do right now to do those things? I think it's very easy to throw goals out there and just kind of sit on them like, yeah, I'd like to do this someday. But again, I think it takes a lot more courage to actually act on that. All right. So for all of us, I think number one position really right now is about truly thinking about what action that you can take to move you forward. And that's the time you need to focus. When we're talking about time, it's always a trade-off. If you're going to do one thing, you may have to give something up or cut back on something, you know? It doesn't have to be something monumental, but maybe you need a little less internet time, or you need a little less TV time, or any other ways that you might be wasting more of your time than you realize. So, thinking about what time you have to give and where it could come from is helpful. All right, position number two, what needs more of my light? The card is a message in a bottle. I'm going to take this two ways. What needs more of your light? People around you that need a message. That doesn't mean you have to give up all of your time for others, but people need to be uplifted more. They need to be encouraged more. They need to be told they are okay more. People around you are suffering. And I know some of you guys are suffering too. I get it. This has been a very hard last several years. But people around you are tired. They're road weary. They've had enough. Think about where you can spread your light to people around you in your words, in your deeds, in the things that you post on social media, in service. It feels to me like what needs more of your light are people around you who need that. Sorry, those puppies are having too much fun. I'm going to shut my office door, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll probably bust back in here, but that'll do it for now. Okay, position number three. What should I shed this year? What are we getting rid of? The card is serendipity. It's out. No. Actually, I'm looking at the card. It's a four-leaf clover, and it's a fairy that's like, I'm going to say windsurfing from it, maybe something loosely
Mm,
like that. I think that collectively, what we need to get rid of this year is that there's some preordained thing that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing. I
mm.
hear this from
That
people.
idea.
Yes,
I
I
like
hear
that.
this from people so much. Like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing here? I don't think I'm doing it. Bullshit. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What you're doing is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. If you feel compelled to make some changes, fine. If there's some other things you want to do, great. But stop thinking that there's some kind of a preordained plan out there for you that you're just not in yet. That's not true. You're in it right now. Let's get rid of this idea. That to me is as harmful in New Age thought as the idea that you have a soulmate out there or a twin flame out there that is the only person for you. That's just complete
Yeah.
nonsense. There are many
Yeah.
people on this planet that you could be happy with, that you could do well with.
Right. Absolutely.
And this idea that you can't truly be happy unless you have found that one person that you are supposed to be with. And that's such an unfair setup. It's such an
It
unfair
is.
setup.
And it's not true either.
No, it isn't.
Hey,
And
Spirit.
I've seen a lot of my clients, I feel like, really be blocked from their own happiness because of that theory right there. I think it goes back to that old theory of bloom where you're planted. Okay, what magic should I be making? The card is deep knowing. To me, that is calling forward the magic and the wisdom of your ancestors. And I'm a broken record. I've talked about this a lot of times, but maybe the magic you should be making is connecting to your ancestors, studying your ancestry. If you don't know it, get a DNA test and learn about it. But when you really start understanding your ancestry, you can start looking at their spirituality. And it might help you to understand some of the things that you're really drawn to and help you to kind of start pulling your own magic out through that. To me, learning that our ancestors were in England at the time of Stonehenge being built was huge
Hmm.
for me because I've always felt so drawn to that era. I've always felt so drawn to that area
Hmm.
and to the magic of like the King Arthur era and to the Druids. and that really sunk into me. It really helped me to start honing my own spirituality, because the truth is that spirituality is not one size fits all. It is very different for everybody. So
Right.
for you, tap into your ancestry. Look at what your spirituality was in your ancestry, or maybe still is, and give yourself permission to try some of that on and check it out. So that's the collective spread. So
I
I'm
like
going to
it. It's
hop
very
into
cool.
the chat room. Yeah, and see how you guys are doing with that.
Sounds like a lot of people are resonating with it. That they
Yeah.
that fits.
Yeah. Good. All right. So, and some of you I think did do your reading, or you're just watching and you'll do yours later, which is totally true as well. Now, you can always come back and watch this later,
Hmm.
to get, a tutelage on how to use the spread. Or I did post it as a postcard over in the chat room on Facebook, and Katie Weaver Domestic Mystic in this live stream, so you can find it there
Hmm.
too. So I think we'll have time, Christy, for you and I to each do one reading for somebody from the chat.
Okay.
So if you guys want to throw out your requests here, we'll each grab one of you and read your cards.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we've got a few coming in. I don't know how you're gonna pick. If you're gonna.
I'm going to read for Kathy because it's her birthday.
Oh.
It's not her birthday today, but it's almost her birthday. So, Kathy, I'm going
Hmm.
to do Kathy.
Okay. Well, go right ahead.
Okay. And if we get through these quick and we have more, but we have to be done by 8 o'clock.
Hmm.
Crystal, you should start your tarot business right now, darling. You don't have to wait. Go for it.
So the readings, guys, will be the summer solstice reading. It's not for a question. It's just to give
Yeah.
you the summer solstice reading.
Yeah. Oh, Tiff said she's going to do her reading, her spread later. Yeah. Well, I gave you guys a very brief moment of time to do it. You might want a little bit more time to hang out
Yeah,
with
when you're
it.
doing it for yourself.
Yeah. I want to do it properly, and light a candle and sit with that sun. And normally I would always tell you to sit with the moon, but being that it is the summer solstice. Okay. All righty, Kathy. So I'm going to pull your cards. All righty, ma'am. All right, Kathy, one second. Okay. It's not my first day on the internet, but close. Okay.
You doing okay over there?
No.
Seem a little flummoxed.
Get it together. Okay. The summer solstice spread for Kathy. So, how can I focus on my time and goals? That's position one. The card is poised, which really tells me you're poised to do just that. That I feel like you are kind of in a revamp. You're kind of, there for a while. You were pretty set on what you guys were doing. I feel like now you are kind of resetting that energy again, working on some new plans. I also, Kathy, kind of feel like you've been a little bit stagnant, a little bit bored for a while, and unsure of how you want to move forward. Now I feel like you're really poised for some good change. I feel like that includes quite a lot of family and being a little bit more visible than you've been for the last while. That's going to require you to get over yourself, I think, in some ways, get over your own hesitations or your own insecurities or whatever. But I feel like you're poised to step out into the world again. And I'm excited to see what you do. What needs more of your light? Oh, it's that serendipity card again. All right. So, what needs more of your light? I think, darling, this is your belief in yourself. That's what needs more of your light. I'm going to recommend to you that you really hit a few different social media sites hard, looking at how other people are doing recipes and cooking. Because I know I'm a broken record with you, but I know that's where your calling is, you know, and that you have so much to give and so much to offer, so much common sense, so much great advice. And it doesn't have to all be cooking, but I feel like that's kind of where your platform is. I'm going to recommend that you spend some time over the next couple of months really paying attention to how other people are arranging what they're doing to give yourself some great ideas and inspiration to move forward. What should I shed this year? The card is mending. What you should shed is the idea that you have to fix everything for everybody else. You are a true Cancer.
Excellent advice.
You're a mama. You are somebody who spends a lot of your time trying to help fix everybody else's problems, mend everybody else's broken hearts or everybody else's issues. What if for the rest of this year you let them do that themselves and you gave yourself the freedom to focus on your goals and amend yourself? Because I feel like you are very willing and able to put your own emotions, your own hurt, your own grief, your own stuff on the back burner so that everyone else can get from you what they need. And it leaves your cup very empty. So there's a challenge here to see if you can step back a little bit, do a little bit less for everybody else, and let them take lead. You've prepared them well so that you can really just put your focus on your stuff. And then lastly, what magic should I be making? The card is clean it up. It is a stag tipping his head up with a broom in his mouth, kind of like he's sweeping the sky. So, what magic should you be making? I think the magic you should be making is in cleaning up what's around you that isn't serving you anymore to make room for more light to come in. Call it magical housekeeping.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm excited, Kathy. I can't wait to see what you do. So happy birthday, my friend. And there
Have
you
fun.
go.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a reading for Adele from Dublin. Welcome. I don't think I've ever read for you for any reason, so I think I will do a summer solstice reading for you, Adele. So I'm going to
Fun.
shuffle up these cards here. Wish my desk was just a little bit deeper. I don't have very much space between myself and the stand this computer is on. Okay, I'm going to draw for you. Oh, two cards drew themselves at the same time. The third and the fourth. Okay. All right. So, Adele, your first card, which is how can I focus my time on my goals? And what I drew for you is the authority card. Whenever this card comes up, what it's saying to you is how do I focus my time on my goals? Well, who's in charge of your time? Who's really running the show for you? Are you making your own choices, doing the things that you want? Or do you have other people in situations that seem to be taking a lot of your time and energy or dictating what your time is going to? So, this is your challenge to put yourself back into a place of authority in your situation and in your focus on your goals. So, if you've given up your time or it's been taken from anybody, it's time to get that back so that you can focus on your goals. What needs more of my light? The disruption card is what I got for you. So disruption it seems like a bad thing, but it really isn't. Disruption means that you've come to a roadblock in a situation, and that does not mean it's the end of the situation. The roadblock is telling you to take a different direction. So focus on the area where the disruption is and realize that the disruption didn't mean this can't happen. What it means is you have to do it in a different way. You have to take a little bit different tack to get there. So look at ways that you can use that disruption to change direction a bit, but still get what you want. What should you shed this year? Victory and success. I don't think you really have to shed anything this year. I feel like this is a year of keeping. It's a keeping your authority. It is keeping the direction that you want to go. It is hanging on to everything that you want and the goals that you're working toward and not letting them go. And the fourth card is what magic should I be making? And it's the triumphant success card. So there's a lot of success in this situation for you, Adele. And I feel
Yeah.
like taking your authority back and then looking at disruption as a direction, not as an end. It's not a stop, it's a take another way in your life that you may find that actually you can get a goal that you really wanted. You just have to accept the disruption and change tack a bit. But things are going to work out great for you. You
I
got
love
victory and
that.
success in there twice, and,
Right? You can't
which I
really
think is
ask
pretty
for
great.
better than that. Yeah. What a great
Yeah.
reading. Awesome. Yes, it is 8 p.m. here, Spirit. Yeah.
Hmm.
Renee said she used Whispers of Lord Ganesha. Oh, the Anti Heartfield
Oh,
deck. I
Angie's
love
cards.
that.
Hmm.
All right. Well, you guys, we definitely did it. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If you would like to book a reading with either of us, you can find me over at 12listen.com. That's number one, number two, listen.com. I'm a professional psychic advisor over there, and you can call me. I'm there every day. But if you head over there for a reading and I'm not there, just find my profile, Katie Weaver, and you can schedule a reading, you can schedule a callback request, but I am pretty much around all the time. And then, Christy, tell them how they can schedule with you.
Just go to eclectichealer.com. Eclectichealer.com. That's where my links are, where you can schedule with me. You just schedule direct with me. I don't work a line, but there are links there to get to my schedule.
Awesome. Very good. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. We'll be back next week, same place, same time. And we'll be back, all next week doing the crime thing. So
Mm-hmm.
you know how that goes.
Cool.
Yeah. You can also find me on Tuesdays here on these channels and also at 12radio.com at noon Mountain or 11 a.m. Pacific for the Katie Weaver Show. So lots of ways to connect. Yeah. Well, have a good weekend. Take good care of yourselves. You know you deserve it. This has been yet another production of the Psychic Hour with the Psychic Sisters. Take care.
Bye, everybody.